play Tiny Rampage on Insane. This is a fairly difficult one because everything's fast moving in this. Very fast paced game, easy to really screw up and have to reset. Unfortunately, I didn't actually have to do this as I was recording it. I only had one attempt and actually had a good success. I got a good rank from this actually. It showed platinum there at the start. That was when I played online with another couple friends. We actually used a similar team comp setup and abused the system of Wendy to basically get mad points really quick. Now the setup I'm using Craig, who is just there basically for a special, which is a slow, and that'll hopefully allow my towers to take them out. We got Butters, who has an instant kill, and he's fairly fast on his feet, which is good for picking up the coins and for doing good damage. Wendy is here to use her special to build towers strictly, so she's rather one-dimensional in my team build. And Red, who is, a lot of people don't give her enough credit for what she's good for, and she is really good in this scenario. Like, her rapid fire snowballs, which is when you don't charge them, are pretty devastating, especially the little weaker critters like this compared to some of the other South Park characters. And her special can be built up really fast, and it's pretty much will wipe everything off around her. So she's a good pick for this. Now you see here, this is where I start to lose control because the towers aren't upgraded so the lasers don't do as much damage and pierce through the enemies. And I'm frantically trying to get special up because these guys do a lot of damage to the town on Insane. They do about, what, 9 to hit about? 9 or 10, so right here looks like I'm screwed. I dump Craig's ability and Red thankfully gets hers up. Now before I could stop those two from hitting the town, they get to 9. So one more critter hits it and I'm done and the game is over. Thankfully that is not the case. So right now I spam build the lasers because they're effective against 2 of the 3 types of enemies I'll be facing, which are the gnomes, the Yatagappa, and the Christmas critters, who are not effective, weak against the laser towers. They're actually weak against the fiery works, which cost more money. So for the sake of this, I just use Wendy to quickly upgrade a few towers to take the gnomes out easier, and I'll just have to ride on the special to stop the critters. The towers do damage to them, just not enough to the critters to stop them. Otherwise, as you see, the gnomes are basically getting one hit by the lasers, especially the upgraded ones. And it's just me trying to frantically get specials up. I'm trying to build a better maze right now, so to the point where I realize a maze has to be longer and it has to keep funneling and snaking around if I have any chance of wearing them out. Because otherwise they're going to just cut straight across the field as they did before, and those laser walls won't have another shot at them aside from the 2 choke points. So Craig's ready. I dump him to slow them down because the Christmas critters will devastate me. And this will buy time for me to get Butters up and running, while Red still builds a wall and Wendy is still trying to build her special. I left her on the inner wall, which I didn't realize at first, which is why she's building slow. Same with Craig. And I really needed her special. Butters gets ready, and yeah, perfect timing because, man, those critters were going to be right there to knock down the town. So I didn't have enough time to do as much damage as I wanted. I got Red ready, but I feel that I could just save her right for now, unless it gets still too desperate. So I burn Red now, simply just to clear it off, give me a breather moment, and to get Craig and Wendy, more or less find where they are. I just found where Wendy was, where I placed her. I'm going to try to get her special off as quick as possible, because I believe the next thing I need to get will be the fiery works, and I'm going to set that up on the 4th wall in, which is when the critters get in and they're getting blasted by the lasers, they're going to get the thing they're weak against at the end. Those knocked already weak monsters off. I didn't pick up a lot of coins, you haven't noticed, because it's kind of hard to balance this with just yourself. Looks easy, but it's not. So here I am, frantically trying to get my specials up. Red just got ready, which is really good. If everything gets a little bit too hectic, I could dump her and use her ability, and it'll wipe the field clean. And I'm trying to get Wendy up, and Butters is catching up as well. Now you see I got like so many coins over at the start, but you can't risk sending them in. That's why I was wondering for a minute if I should have put Bebe in, but of course if I didn't have Butters, we would have already lost, so I think my team setup was correct. I just didn't build a maze fast enough. So use Sunshine, clean the field, start collecting as many coins as I can with Wendy, and now I'm going to start building my fiery works in the back. There we go. Now when the critters come back there, they're going to get wiped out. I'm going to build back here some lasers in case. Which really later, that turns out those lasers barely saw any use. But it's better to have them than to not use the money. So you see the critters are coming through. The tower's working, but it's not doing enough damage to be effective. So I just have to use Butter's ability to be safe and just clean the field off one more time. I got 4 more waves to go, and it's no reason to lose now when I have 9 health left for the town. And the only person who can heal is Stan, but I didn't put him in for obvious reasons. I mean, I don't even think anybody uses Stan anymore. At least anybody plays the game for seriousness. You only use Stan, I think, in like certain levels when you know you're gonna get knocked through by the enemy, like the docks, for example, or the wall defense. But I got everybody ready. I just dumped Craig's ability. At this point, we're pretty much good in terms of how I have everything set up. It's perfect. If I had it set up quicker like this before, I bet I would not have taken as much damage if I actually completed the maze that is. It's easier when you have more people, because then you get people who actually build towers and move their characters up to the line, whereas I was still moving everybody up and still finishing the line by the time the waves 2 was coming in. So, really, really hard to do this alone. It's at this point that the game's actually pretty much won, because Sunshine just went off, Butters is about ready, Craig is almost ready, Wendy I don't think even gets ready another final time, especially where I've replaced. I can't get all those coins, which I'm going to use Butters to mostly do, is use and grab the coins because I can't dare to send anybody out into the field. So now I'm going to use Craig slow, and now I'm going to do the final upgrading, like with whatever 50 coins I have left. I'm going to upgrade, actually I'm going to go spend some on the fiery works wall just to make sure that for the critter wave I see 160 of that they're going to be able to do some damage. She's going to head back there in about a minute or so. Sunshine really quick, clean the field again, get some cash. It's in control at this point. Yeah, I didn't even wait to get my upgrade ability from Wendy because I didn't even care at that point. Because the only way to really boost your score, because I took so much damage to the town, would be to use, like, without a perfect, you need to get a lot of coins. And right here I just burned Wendy and I just said, screw it, let's upgrade everything I can. I upgraded the tower quickly right there to burn the rest of my money. And good game, nothing to get through. The only thing I really didn't take into account was the beginning, stopping the initial rush. Because I forgot how little of a timer they give you. This game is amazing. I don't know why not that many people play it. I'm not a really big tower defense person, but God, just South Park alone is so great, and this makes it even better. I forgot to see who got the #1 rating, because man, like, I scored pretty high on this, and starting off I did kind of poor, seeing as the town got hit as hard as it did. And every time you don't kill an enemy, you lose money, and every time you don't grab a coin, you lose points to add up in the end. And I actually didn't even grab everything at the end, because there were just so many coins, and you only have such a little time to do it. Here I burn Butters, and I say, screw it, let's just use the ability, get everything going. Get as many coins as I can. I really honestly should have started disassembling the back there, but you see that's the end of them right there, those last two, last one. So now I have to just grab as many coins as I could. I was actually coming back to disassemble and start collecting coins, but now I have this. We just gotta grab as many as you can and grab hopefully the clusters, especially those bigger coins. Those are worth more. So just switching as fast as I can. And I got 344, but it's not enough. Never enough. Final score was actually close to platinum. It was really close, but yet so far off. So I was 30,000 off, which you figures, but it could have been what, like probably another 30 coins, easily. So yeah, I'm gonna show you my rank in here. So I'm gonna go to leaderboards. So for challenges, single player, mind you, there I am, Tiny Rampage 77. Thank you for watching, guys. Please subscribe if you like these videos. I'll have more commentaries coming up.